friends, welcome back to my channel. So I was working on this page by Digital Morning today while I was waiting for paint to dry, and I wanted to come up with a way to do a background that wasn't gelatos, because one of the things that you guys know I love my tan paper, but one of the things that sometimes I don't want a translucent background. Sometimes I want something more opaque and rich and heavy. And I thought about breaking out my Neo 2s, but those are, a water-based medium, and the crinkling of the paper bothers me. I like to have everything be nice and flat and smooth. So I was thinking about, well, what could I do, other than doing a full color pencil background, which we all know takes an eternity. And I remembered that I had my oil pastels. So these are the Gallery Artist Oil Pastels. They're, I think, a little bit of an upgrade to their low budget ones. Not that there's anything wrong with those either, but this is what I have. And I was thinking about things and how to use them, because they are kind of a chunky crayon. And at first thought, you think, oh, well, those will just, I won't be able to get the detail that I want to get with a big chunky crayon like that. However, after thinking about it and realizing, hey, those are oil pastels, those will dissolve with odorless mineral spirits. So this is Gamsol, but truly any odorless mineral spirit that you have will work. So I'm just going to show you what I did. I mean, it's so easy. It's not even like a hard thing to figure out here at all. I'm going to take just a teeny little bit of that and put it in a little, I have these little ramekins that I got at the thrift store, which are really nice to be able to just dip into whenever I want to. And I pulled out a few of the colors from the set. So this is moss green and olive green and light olive and white. So I just thought I would show you really quick how really super easy and nice it is to do a background with these. I was very excited when I discovered it, so thought I would share it. So I'm just going to, you don't have to get super close, which is the beauty of the odorless mineral spirits. You can put your color on, get as close as you feel like you want to get, but you don't have to get really, really close. Just put some of that color down, and then let's see, I'm going to pull this in a little bit closer because I really want you to be able to see what I'm doing here. Then I take a small brush, tap it into that odorless mineral spirits, and it's like, now it's like painting. It really is like painting. Except that it doesn't, because it's not water, because it's odorless mineral spirits, it doesn't crinkle your paper. And those mineral spirits dry really fast. And you can get just take that color and blend it right in to all the little detailed, in between all the little parts. You get right up next to your work. I think I'll put some white on here. And I can also smudge with my finger. I've used these before, when I did the dog. And honestly, I haven't used them since. And I just, I should have been using these a lot more. So they're just a really awesome tool to have in your coloring arsenal. So you can see that they blend really nice with the finger. And they also blend really nice with the brush. However you want to do it. Yeah, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go a little bit lighter down here because the bottom of this page, she kind of blends out into nothing, and I don't really want to blend green up into here. So I'm going to do as much white down in the very bottom area as I can. Just move this cord out of the way. It might shake the camera for a second, but sorry about that. Okay, so yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and work, and you guys can just kind of watch what I do here. Hopefully it comes out the way I had envisioned. I do kind of like to work in sections rather than doing the entire thing and then blending, so. And if I remember correctly, when I used these before in the background for the dog, once they have had a chance to dry a little bit, you can still put colored pencil on top. Now they don't ever really dry all the way. They kind of always stay a little bit moist unless you put, you spray with a fixative of some kind. And I'm trying to remember what fixative I used before on that one. I might have to look that up. It was either just a workable fixative or either a workable fixative, Krylon, probably Krylon because I use Krylon a lot, or a matte finish spray, also probably by Krylon. They make some really nice artists sprays for their work. I still have to do the leaves on here, but I really wanted to get the background in because that helps me when I go to try and figure out what color choices I want to do for certain things. And I'm not sure if I want to add more to these flowers or not and all that, but anyway, get the background in and then I'll finish things up. Okay, so I'm going to peel some of this paper off of here. All right, let's see what we get if we do just the white down here. Oh. There we go. These really are fun to use. Okay, I'm going to blend with my finger rather than a brush since I'm I'm not trying to get this up super tight to any area. I kind of want her. Yeah, I might do that. We'll see. We might blend a little bit with. And I think I will use a little bit of this mineral spirits because I don't want this kind of halo-y look. So we'll just see. I've got colored pencil on there, so I'm not sure what this is going to do. We're finding out together. Yeah, that works okay. That works. I like that. Okay, so let's start working the green back up again. I'll be curious to see if I can you know, get those hairs, because I've got some really fine hairs here. I don't remember. I'm pretty sure though that I'll be able to put the colored pencil on top of this. Maybe I might have to go to, now that I'm thinking about it, I might have to switch because I had Prismacolors under here. That I used for her, but I'm wondering if I'll have to switch to a Polychromos or any other oil-based pencil to go on top of this, because in the general rule, so to speak, I'll call it a rule, the general consensus is that you can't put water-based, although wax pencils are not water-based. I'll probably be fine. Sorry, I'm like working it out in my head as I'm doing this. No, I think I'll be all right. You can't put water-based product over oil-based product. But wax-based pencils are still a wax and oil combination. They're not a water-based pencil, so that they should be fine. Okay, let me see if I have enough. I think I'm going to just, rather than trying to put the background in around these hairs. Oh, look at that, they still show up. So you just dip your brush in into the odorless mineral spirits as you feel like you need it. You know, it does dry, so, but you don't want it to be like wet. So it's all just kind of feel it out. If you're trying to get the stuff to blend and it doesn't, it's not blending, it's not working for you, then that just means that your brush needs a little bit more of the odorless mineral spirits. Yeah, like that was probably too much. That was a pretty wet brush. but it didn't seem to do any harm. I like that I can add, continue to add different colors on top, and they blend in with each other just fine. So let's see, how do we want to do this? I guess like that. Yeah, I'm really I'm really happy about this whole effect here. It's really good. It's giving me just what I wanted, which was kind of that painterly, opaque color. And it's covering up the sorry, my brain stopped working. It's covering up the tan paper quite well, which is a good thing. I think I'll smear it a little bit first. And then the brush. Boy, it makes, this is going to make doing backgrounds so much easier. I think you guys will really like this technique. Just do a little bit more. My fan is on, so it might be causing this to dry a little bit faster on my brush than it normally would, but I think I'll go over her hair with a pencil after I'm finished. All right, let's do a little bit of white. Just putting this paper behind it because I don't want to mess up my my board that I have underneath my pages here. Do be cautious if you do this with your finger. Be cautious that it's kind of easy to have the paper bend with your finger because you are really working this stuff around. You're pressing down hard and you're smudging. So if you're not holding your paper down firmly with either a good strong magnet or your other hand, you can accidentally put a little crease in your paper, and nobody wants to do that because that would be a bummer. So be aware of that it can like pull that paper if you're rubbing hard. Just hold it down when you're working. All right, so there's some area here that I feel like I want it to be a little bit more smoother, a smoother blend, I guess. So I'm just adding more. I really like that. Yeah. Is there any other tips I want? Oh yeah, we're gonna try colored pencil on top and just see how it takes. And then if it doesn't take very well, I'll spray this with the workable fixative, and then I'll come back and we'll try it again. So we'll see how that works. Sorry. All right. Isn't that nice to be able to just keep layering different colors? Not that I'm using that vast amount of color, but it's nice to be able to throw some other things on top. All right, so I've got the majority done. There's just something here I'm not loving this. So I'm thinking I'm going to add some green, but we'll keep the green down in here. I just didn't really want green straight up onto her skin. So we'll try that. If I have to add more white, I will. Yeah, that looks better. It looked funny with the just white. Now it looks a little bit better. All right, now the question is, do I want to interject any other color into the background, like maybe a brown? That's always a little scary because, you know, I'm happy with the way it is, but then again, on the other hand, it feels a little bit too limited palette kind of a deal. So I think I'm going to try a brown. So I can either do raw umber in this set or brown. I don't know which one. I think I'm leaning towards raw umber. Okay, I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna go for it. Try a little bit first. Let's get these. Try a little bit first. Yeah, I like it. It needed a little bit of extra something. So I'm going to try the OMS again. See what that does. Oh, I think my magnets are making marks on my paper. They are. I was wondering why I kept getting these weird lines on my paper. It's from my magnets. So I'm going to try and all right, well, it might all take a little bit of experimentation to see what works, what I like and such, but I think that that's okay. Kind of just darkened things and didn't really add a lot of brown to it, but I think I still like it. Let's do a little bit more here. So these oil pastels are non-toxic. You don't have to worry about touching them. They're not, they have the, somewhere on here, they have the is it ASTM? There's some kind of, somewhere on here, there's a thing that says that they're, you know, non-toxic. They don't have, you know, cadmium or actual minerals in them like a lot of people are, you know, fearful of, and well, they should be. So, all right, I think that the background is good. So let's just do a super quick little test and see if my pencil will go over this before I add fixative. Yeah, it sure can. It sure does. So if I want to come in and fix the edges of this a little bit, I can. If I want to throw some hairs out there, I can. Yay. All right. Love it. Love it. All right, so there you go. There's my quick little video on how to use oil pastels on adult coloring pages. You can do these straight in a book because there's absolutely no buckling of the paper from using the odorless mineral spirits. And then if you really want this to be dry, I mean, it kind of is dry, but oil pastels never really like harden all the way. So if I rub it, you'll still get some color transfer. I'm not sure if you'll get color transfer onto another page, you know, like the back side of a page, unless it gets rubbed. But just give it a quick spray with like Krylon workable fixative, and that will seal everything down, so you won't have that problem. So I hope you found a new technique. I hope you found this video helpful, something that you will use in your own pages. And that's it. Till I see you guys again, take care of yourselves, take care of each other. Happy coloring. Bye.